Hello, my name is Anson. I am a self-proclaimed skateboarding filmer. Today I want to talk about something a little bit controversial, which is this man right here, William Bill Strobeck. If you don't know who he is, um, he films for Supreme. He's been doing this a long time, and he has a very specific filming style, which he gets a lot of hate for. For example, you'll see zoom in on the face and then go to the feet. There it is. See, sometimes it's zoom in on the feet, you know. And what it is, it seems like a lot of people, their problem with this is that they want to see the whole skater in the frame while they're doing the trick. And that's completely understandable. In my opinion, I don't hate this. I do think it should be used in moderation, but I do not hate this. In today's, society and attention span, short form content is, prevalent. And I think the switch from the face to the feet is a good method to kind of overcome that lack of attention span. I think he saw a problem and he adapted. For example, here's an old clip. See, it's not as extreme, but the zoom in on the face, the intro for one, the zoom in on the face, and then the swap to the surroundings. That first zoom in on the face is the first stimulus, and then it changes, so it's another stimulus, and it keeps attention span. And I think there's a reason for it. I like I said, I think he saw a problem and he adapted to it. I want to say too that a lot of people that I see hating on William Strobeck would come to the park and film their clip exactly like this, or they'd film somebody else's clip exactly like this. So I don't think it's fair for people to hate on him when they do that, because without him, you would not be filming your park clips like this. And this is what's trendy right now. If you want to get views, you don't have to film like this, but it certainly helps. So I just don't think that hate is fair or necessarily called for. I will say, I have heard some things about him, and there's a couple of things that I wouldn't let slide in a skate video.
Come intro Zion.
Intro?
Yeah.
Okay, what do we... Hi.
Here, turn around. Turn this way. Zion, come over here. Right here, stand in between them. The two women. Alright. His name's Zion. So introduce him.
Alright, y'all, I'm Sylvia, this is Zion, and this is Caroline. We're just out here walking, and I guess he's gonna show us some tricks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna show us something crazy. Let's see if it's actually crazy. We'll find it out in
for
time.
it. We'll see.
Alright,
You got the trick?
I got some.
Perfect. Come on.
Personally, I wouldn't put that in my skate video. If I did, I'd probably do it a little different. That's just me though. I will say, even though that was kind of a strange interaction, in my opinion, it's entertaining, and that is the point. This is supposed to be entertainment, and it's not true that necessarily good or well done content is entertaining. Sometimes it takes something else to be entertaining, and I think that's what that was, along with this right here.
Are filming in the police station. It makes good for good pictures and good videos.
I like that part.
What do you think
I
of
like
being a
this part.
police officer?
Nothing.
Kind of a weird question. And
Damn, clap.
clap. Yep. Look at that. that was funny. Some people thought that was a little weird. It's funny. It's entertaining. You know, that's the point. And like I said, I don't completely hate it. I think it's best used in moderation, though. And for example, I used it in my last video, kinda. I let the whole trick be in frame, the whole main trick. But after the land, mandatory flat ground, here's a zoom in on the face, you know? He was celebrating. And then mandatory flat trick, zoomed in on that. I think that was acceptable, you know, that everything was there, all the boxes were checked. Right here. Okay. So, zoom in on the face. Alright? Zoom in on the feet. Imagine if I would have filmed his whole body for the run-up. In somebody... I mean, that's a pretty long run-up. He had to have a lot of speed, so he had to ollie up. It would have been boring. It wouldn't have been something to look... I mean, it would have been something to look at, but to some people it would have been tough to watch because he was just standing there getting ready to pop for a minute. But in skateboarding, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. You know, I mean, if you gotta get comfy on your board before you get ready to pop, that's just what you have to do. And I think it's a filmer's job to make moments like that more entertaining because you want people to watch your video, you know? And so, you know, the naturalists are just like, keep full body in frame. Not necessarily all the time. I think there's a time and a place, and although I do get in my hee-hees and my ha-has about William Strobeck, I think he changed the industry a little bit and kind of made it what it is. He adapted to modern problems, per se. So, you know, I am far from as accomplished as he is, but, you know, everyone's got an opinion. I think it's important to see other filmers, like, see their work through, you know, their final product, and I certainly have taken influence from him, so there's no room for me to hate on him, and that's about it. That's really about it. So I think that William Strobeck, in a way, is a pioneer. You know, he came up with a new shot in skateboarding that is entertaining, and he has his own style. So if he wants to shoot most of his clips in that way, then he is certainly allowed to do so. I use it. I don't use it for every clip, and I don't use it for majority of clips either. And that is just my style. So I think the William Strobeck hate is forced a little bit. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but you also have to keep in mind that every filmer is entitled to their own style. So